The faithful seem conflicted. Polls show a majority of people support the government's reproductive health initiative. But the country's most senior Catholic cleric isn't giving ground.
The Church cannot reinvent a teaching. We are duty-bound to proclaim again and again the teaching that we have received. However, the Church also is mindful, because it is part of the teaching, that while this is the norm, we have also to be sensitive pastorally to the difficulties that persons and families face.
It seems roughly 70% of Filipinos now believe that using artificial forms of contraception, including the condom and the contraceptive pill, is acceptable. Now, I wonder if you're uneasy about your church, which of course is the faith of more than 80 million Filipinos,
yes,
being so out of tune with the views, the feelings of the bulk of ordinary people in this country.
Well, this is not the first time that we have people whose opinions and positions on some issues don't always coincide with the official teaching. This is just one, no?
But this is a very big deal. I mean,
yes,
here we sit in a country where 2 million people are being added to the population every year. And you know much better than me that we can walk just a mile or two from this lovely Archbishop's house and we can find the most desperate slums and poverty,
yes,
and children living on the streets, and families unable to cope and still having yet more babies. So this is an issue that matters.
But the question is, how do we teach people how to be responsible parents? And there is always also a caution that if you legislate, what is the role of the government in the decision-making of families regarding their size? Are we not also giving the government leeway for some sort of a dictatorship, even on matters that really are the purview of couples? This is something that we also have to create.
But Cardinal, this isn't about dictatorship. This is simply about allowing the poorest of the people in this country access to free condoms, free contraceptive pill, and if they want it, sterilization. That's what this is really about.
This is something that we also have to be careful about. People have a choice if they want to be sterilized or not. But what we are afraid of is, with this legislation, some people might not even be asked whether they like it or not.
I want to quote to you 2 community health workers, Jane and Sarah, that I met just the other day in Tondo, one of the poorest of the slums.
Oh, yes.
They said to me, collectively, they said, in our opinion, they both said, we're good Catholic women, we
yes,
believe, we're of the faith. And they said, we refuse to accept that we are bad Catholics because we choose to use the condom and we choose to allow others access to the condom as well. What do you say to them?
The duty of the teachers of the faith is to form the conscience. But in the end, when the conscience makes a decision, that is between the person and his or her God. Our role as a teacher is, before the decision that the person makes, you help form the conscience, but truth to say, when the person makes a decision, then we're also hands off there. It's between God and the person.